In a world cluttered with information, where truth is power, Lawin Weekly News stands apart.
We delve deeper, uncover facts, and bring stories to light. From political showdowns and economic triumphs to the pulse of the street and the heart of the community.
We capture the moments that define us, stories that challenge, inspire, and transform.
Tune in live Sundays 8 a.m. Central Standard Time and Sundays 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
These are Lawin headlines for this week. Federal government orders Texas to delay November SNAP benefits amid shutdown. Austin human rights activist released, returns from Israel. New photos unveil North Texas Universal Kids theme park design. Judge halts firing of federal workers amid government shutdown. Hamas turns over more remains of Israeli hostages. Consular Corps welcomes Consul General Sales in Weatherford International Tour. Cheska Centeno repeats as World 10 Ball Champion.
Good day, I am Nesca, and tonight we bring you the latest stories in the United States of America, especially in the state of Texas. So sit back, relax, and Lawin Weekly News be your guide to the news that matters most. The U.S. Department of Agriculture (USDA) ordered states, including Texas, to delay November payments for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, affecting millions of Texans who rely on the benefits for food support. The agency attributed the delay to insufficient funds caused by the ongoing federal or government shutdown, which has disrupted operations for a program serving over 42 million Americans. In a letter, the USDA said the postponement aims to preserve flexibility until additional funding becomes available. However, the agency has not announced when payments will resume, leaving beneficiaries nationwide uncertain. Texas Health and Human Services Commission, or HHSC, confirmed adjustments to work requirements under the One Big Beautiful Bill, aligning with federal guidance to manage limited resources during the shutdown. Texas Governor Greg Abbott ordered the Texas Department of Transportation, or TxDOT, to remove political and ideological road markings statewide. Issued on October 8th this year, the directive gives cities and counties 30 days to eliminate rainbow crosswalks, murals, and other colored roadway designs or risk losing state transportation funds. Abbott's office said the move aligns with federal and state safety rules meant to reduce driver distractions. The order mirrors earlier federal efforts to standardize road markings. Austin and Dallas officials voiced concern over the impact on public art and community expression. Austin Mayor Kirk Watson said the city will seek alternative ways to promote diversity, while Dallas leaders argued that crosswalk art supports inclusion and local culture. Houston's financial outlook could soon see major changes. A new report from the City Controller's Office outlines strategies to boost funding for city services and strengthen the city's finances. Released Tuesday, the report compares Houston's financial practices with other major Texas cities and identifies several areas for potential revenue growth. The Controller's Office has repeatedly warned that Houston remains financially vulnerable to natural disasters. The city holds only about half the recommended savings, limiting its ability to respond to emergencies, rising costs, and frequent flooding. One major finding: Houston does not charge residents for garbage or environmental services, unlike other large cities in Texas. Adding a garbage fee could bring in about $164 million each year, while an environmental fee could add another $15 million. Officials say aligning fees with other Texas cities could generate at least $200 million a year, without raising property taxes. Some changes, though, may still require voter approval. The Houston City Council has delayed a vote on a $16 million proposal to open a specialty homeless shelter in East Downtown. Mayor John Whitmire says the city still plans to move forward with the adults-only super hub, which would occupy a former shelter for migrant children. The facility is designed to provide psychiatric care and drug addiction treatment for homeless adults. Mike Nichols with the Housing and Community Development Department says the site will emphasize medical and mental health services rather than traditional sheltering alone. The mayor acknowledged communication gaps and said the area will receive additional law enforcement support from HPD and the Harris County Sheriff's Office if the shelter opens. The council will vote next Wednesday. If approved, the shelter could open in the first quarter of next year as part of Houston's broader strategy to expand specialized care for the city's homeless population. Local activist Greg Stalker is back in the United States after being detained in Israel during a humanitarian mission to Gaza. He arrived at Austin Bergstrom International Airport, where supporters gathered to welcome him home. Stoker had joined an international delegation delivering aid to Gaza when Israeli authorities detained the group, accusing them of entering restricted areas while attempting to transport humanitarian supplies. Stoker urged continued global support for humanitarian efforts in Gaza, citing urgent needs for food and medical assistance. Stoker noted he intends to remain actively involved in international humanitarian operations. Universal Studios is bringing a new family to attraction to North Texas. The company announced that the Universal Kids theme park will open in Frisco in 2026, featuring 7 themed areas based on popular films and television franchises. The park will highlight characters from DreamWorks animation, including Shrek, Puss in Boots, Trolls, and Gabby's Dollhouse, along with dedicated zones for Nickelodeon's SpongeBob SquarePants, Illumination's Minions, and Jurassic World. Universal says the project is expected to boost local tourism, generate jobs, and drive economic activity for nearby businesses and the hospitality sector. More details on attractions, amenities, and opening events will be released as construction progresses.
In a world filled with fleeting moments, there's beauty waiting to be captured. My name is Christian, and I specialize in immortalizing your most precious memories. From elegant weddings to vibrant events and timeless portraits, I am here to make every moment unforgettable. Let me tell your story through the lens. Contact me today and let's create magic together.
Journey to self-discovery and mastery. Be bold, why not? Season 6 with MJ Concepcion every Monday 8 p.m. CST. Don't miss out.
Where every conversation is welcome at the table. This is Pink Table Talk with Dr. Carly D. Every Wednesday 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Rice, spice, and everything nice. Welcome to the Philippine food scene with Adobo Queen, Nancy Reyes Lumen of Commissary Kitchen. Every Thursday 8 p.m. CST, Friday 9 a.m. Philippine time.
Election officials in Bexar County say they have cleared a major voter registration backlog just in time for the start of early voting. The backlog left tens of thousands of applications pending after a surge of last-minute submissions forced a temporary pause in processing. The county announced on October 18th that all delayed applications have now been verified and entered. Officials say the influx was driven by a spike in new registrations and updates to existing voter records, combined with staffing limits and heavy volume near the deadline. To eliminate the backlog, Bexar County added staff, extended office hours, and coordinated with state election authorities. County Judge Nelson Wolf praised election workers for ensuring every eligible voter remains on the rolls. A federal judge has issued a temporary injunction blocking the Trump administration from firing federal employees during the ongoing government shutdown. The ruling provides immediate relief to thousands of workers already facing weeks without pay. In the order, the judge called the potential dismissals intolerable, noting that many employees have either been furloughed or required to work without compensation since the shutdown began. The injunction temporarily stops the administration from dismissing federal workers while legal and legislative actions continue. The shutdown, now stretching into several weeks, stems from a political stalemate between the White House and Congress over spending priorities. In response, communities nationwide have launched food drives, relief funds, and emergency aid programs to support impacted employees. States across the country are now competing for a share of a $50 billion federal fund aimed at strengthening healthcare in rural communities. The new funding is intended to support hospitals and clinics in underserved areas, and it has attracted strong interest from state governments, health providers, and technology firms. Tech companies see the program as an opportunity to expand telemedicine and upgrade digital infrastructure for patients in remote regions. Hospital administrators warn that without federal help, many rural facilities could face closure. The Anti-Money Laundering Council is moving to recover 5 billion pesos in assets linked to alleged corruption in flood control projects in the Philippines. Officials say the assets under investigation include vehicles and bank accounts believed to have been acquired through illicit funds. Authorities are tracing the ownership of the identified assets, with legal action expected to follow. Recovered funds could later be redirected to legitimate public projects, including flood control programs, and the AMLAC is urging financial institutions to cooperate to speed up the process. Council officials say the pursuit of these assets reinforces the government's commitment to financial oversight and anti-corruption enforcement. The Israel Defense Forces confirmed Wednesday that Hamas has returned the remains of several individuals believed to be former hostages. Under terms of the current ceasefire agreement, one of the bodies returned did not match the identity of any known Israeli hostage, prompting further investigation. The ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas was designed to pause fighting, allowing humanitarian aid into Gaza, and support the recovery of captives and remains under international monitoring. Israeli authorities say initial identifications have been completed and full forensic examinations are now underway. Officials are coordinating with the relevant agencies and will notify affected families once the process is complete.
Join us for a captivating new series where Lawin sits down with the trailblazers of the music and entertainment world. Discover the stories behind the faces and voices that shape our culture and community.
We will bring you exclusive interviews with industry legends and rising stars. Behind the scenes insights and get a peek into the creative processes and personal journeys. Artists and performers and their upcoming shows and events.
Stay tuned for more updates and sneak peeks. Follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel.
The Filipino-American community celebrated Filipino-American History Month with a public event at Post Houston featuring live performances, cultural activities, and a market of Filipino food and goods. Highlights included the Halo Halo Shot collaboration of NUMP and Baby Bash, produced by Bruce Bang, and a tribute to the late young Melvin. Organizers said the free family event brought together residents, youth groups, and cultural organizations to honor the history and presence of Filipino Americans in the city, part of the nationwide observance held every October. The Philippine American Chamber of Commerce Texas, or PACCTX, will stage its 2025 Legends and Leaders Gala on October 24th at Kalahari Resorts and Conventions, under the leadership of PACCTX State President Attorney Eileen Ligot Dizon and hosted by the Austin region chaired by Joyce Garcia. The 6 to 10 p.m. program, to be streamed on Lawin Media Network, will honor Filipino American excellence in business, public service, and community leadership. The CCTX describes the 2025 theme, where leaders or legends inspire and leaders unite, as a call to celebrate legacy and cultivate emerging community builders. University of the Philippines alumni from across North America convened on October 17th and 18th, 2025 for the UP Alumni Association in America's 23rd Biennial Grand Reunion and Convention at the Westlake Galleria, Houston. Carrying the theme Committing to Honor, Excellent Service, the two-day event featured plenary sessions, panel discussions, alumni recognition, sponsor exhibits, and evening socials, including a Texas-themed Jubilarian night and a formal gala. UPAAA President Winston C. O'Malley, MD, framed the gathering as a venue for fellowship, leadership engagement, and scholarship fundraising. Pearl Ontalan led the organizing committee. The convention drew alumni and supporters from the United States, Canada, the Philippines, and other countries. UPAAA, a U.S. registered nonprofit, continues to fund scholarships and drive civic initiatives through its network of alumni chapters. Philippine Consul General Gunther Salas and Consul Von Ryan Pangui joined members of the Consular Corps of Houston for a familiarization tour of Weatherford International's Technology and Training Center in Houston. Weatherford International, headquartered in Texas, is a global leader in oil field services, technology, and training. The company operates in 75 countries across key oil and natural gas producing regions. During the tour, delegates received an overview of Weatherford's advanced technical equipment and services used in the upstream sector, from exploration and drilling to the extraction of crude oil and natural gas from both onshore and offshore reservoirs. The visit gave the consular officials a closer look at the company's innovations and its role in supporting the global energy supply chain from its Texas base.
Filing taxes, dealing with tax debt, or facing IRS actions is stressful, but you don't have to go it alone. Call 832-674-0829 or visit www.taxresolutionesq.com.
For divorce and family law in Texas, Ligot Dizon Law Firm PC will guide you every step of the way.
From initial consultation to detailed review of your case and strategic planning.
We'll sit with you during negotiations or mediations, and represent you in court.
Whether it is a family law, estate planning, or immigration, we will be there to guide through the final steps.
So, leave your legal matters behind you and embrace your future.
You can contact Ligot Dizon Law Firm PC at 346-5454-346 or visit dizonlawfirm.com.
Milwaukee Bucks guard AJ Green is staying put. The sharpshooting guard has agreed to a 4-year, $45 million contract extension, securing his future with the team. Green's agency, Promondo Sports, announced the deal Thursday in an Instagram post. ESPN has first reported the contract details. The Bucks have not yet issued an official statement. Green's expanded role and steady production last season helped pave the way for the extension, signaling the team's confidence in his continued development. The move is part of Milwaukee's broader push to solidify its roster ahead of the upcoming NBA season. Green has earned a reputation for his shooting range and versatility off the bench, and he is expected to take on an even bigger role moving forward. Filipino Q artist Cheska Centeno has reclaimed her spot at the top of the billiards world. Centeno captured her second Women's World 10 Ball Championship title after defeating fellow Filipino Rubilin Amit in the finals held in Bali, Indonesia. Centeno clinched the win with a scoreline of 4-1, 2-4, 4-2, 3-4, 4-2, becoming only the second player in history to win the prestigious title twice. Before the finals, Centeno fought her way through the losers bracket to earn a rematch against Amit, her longtime friend and mentor. Centeno's latest victory mirrors her championship run 2 years ago and further cements her reputation as one of the top women Q artists in the world. Taylor Swift is giving fans another reason to celebrate. The pop superstar announced Tuesday that she's releasing a concert film and documentary series capturing the final leg of her record-breaking Eras tour. Both projects will stream exclusively on Disney Plus starting December 12th. Swift made the announcement on her social media accounts, sending fans into a frenzy online. Disney Plus confirmed the release, calling it an immersive experience that will showcase Swift's onstage performances along with behind-the-scenes moments from the tour. The Eras Tour has become one of the most successful concert tours in music history, featuring multiple international stops and highlighting every era of Swift's career, from country roots to pop anthems. Actress Ann Curtis is speaking out on the ongoing investigation into flood control projects in the Philippines. On October 15th, Curtis shared an art card on social media expressing public frustration over what many see as a lack of accountability in the controversial projects. She emphasized that taxpayer money must be used responsibly, especially for programs that benefit communities, youth, and children. Curtis also joined the Trillion Peso March, an advocacy movement pushing for transparency and stronger action against corruption in government spending. Government officials remain under pressure to respond to the allegations and to ensure that public infrastructure projects are transparent and beneficial to citizens. As we brace ourselves for the upcoming weather changes, let's dive into what you can expect day by day. Whether you're planning outdoor activities or just preparing for the week, we've got you covered with the most accurate forecast. Stay tuned with us as we take a closer look at the weather patterns that will impact our region. Remember, here at Lawin Weekly News, we bring you the clearest skies to the stormiest forecasts.
Here is your Lawin Weekly News weather forecast in Houston, Texas. On October 19th, Sunday, the highest temperature is around 86 degrees Fahrenheit with a low near 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Mostly sunny with only a slight chance of an afternoon shower. On October 20th, Monday, the high is about 84 degrees Fahrenheit and the low 66 degrees Fahrenheit. Partly sunny and mild. On October 21st, Tuesday, expect a high near 82 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Partly cloudy with a small chance of scattered showers. On October 22nd, Wednesday, the temperature peaks around 80 degrees Fahrenheit and dips to 62 degrees Fahrenheit at night. Periods of clouds with a greater chance of rain during the day. On October 23rd, Thursday, the high will be about 78 degrees Fahrenheit with a low near 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Mostly sunny and pleasantly cool. On October 24th, Friday, the temperature reaches roughly 80 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Partly sunny with isolated afternoon showers possible. On October 25th, Saturday, expect a high near 82 degrees Fahrenheit and a low around 63 degrees Fahrenheit. Mostly cloudy with a chance of a thunderstorm late in the day.
So those were the latest stories in Texas this week. I am Nesca Santina from Lawin Media Network. Have a great day.
Lawin Weekly News.
Tune in live Sundays 8 a.m. Central Standard Time and Sundays 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Lawin Weekly News.